Breaking news! Today, a 13-year-old boy named Brian was recently found in the Canadian woods after being stranded for reportedly over a month. There's been a scheduled interview with Brian, so we will transition to that after the following ads.
Is this thing on? Oh, so have you ever been short, depressed, and lonely because you're 2 feet tall? Introducing the new Big Boy shoes. I'll show you a photo, the before and after, from the Big Boy shoes without me with the Big Boy shoes. My life was 3 times better than how it used to be. Get out of the way, Xander. Okay. So, have you ever been so lonely?
No.
Let's hear from one of our customers, one of our happy customers. With these new shoes, you'll have heightening technology like no one else. How do you feel about these new shoes?
I feel like my dad. I'm really great. And I don't know why I'm crying.
You see that? We have very happy customers here at Big Boy Shoes.
We will now go to the interview with Brian.
How did you survive the wilderness after being stranded with nothing but a hatchet?
I built a shelter and hunted for food. I also looked for berries.
Interesting. How did you defend yourself from predators in the wilderness all alone?
I made a bow, an arrow, and spear to defend myself, also to hunt. I also started a fire in my shelter to keep animals out while I'm sleeping.
How did being stranded in the woods affect your life after being rescued?
It changed my perspective of life quite a bit and changed how I view my food.
How did you get rescued from the Canadian woods?
I used an emergency signal transmitter I had found in the emergency pack left in the plane.
Fascinating. What else was in the emergency pack after you opened it up?
I found a sleeping bag, a foam sleeping pad, a cook set with pots and pans included, a waterproof container that held a matchbox and a lighter. There was also a knife, a compass, a first aid kit, and a fishing rod with a hunting rifle.
All right, thank you for this wonderful interview, Brian. We will now talk to Brian's parents for their point of view. Back to you, Ethan.
We'll hear the perspective and thoughts of Brian's parents while he was lost.
I really thought that I'd lost my little boy when there was no word from him after a while. It worried me, especially when his dad said that Brian hasn't arrived. I'm just glad I have my Brian back.
I started to worry about my son after he did stuff to my house after his mom told me he was coming. But after she said he was coming, I waited for a day or two, but he just doesn't show up. I'm just glad he's safe and sound.
We will now go to Parker for further information on the event. Over to you, Parker.
Thank you, Ethan. According to the sources and people currently on the scene, Brian was lost for around 52 days and surviving by hunting for food and making a shelter. He assumably used some sort of object to start a fire in his shelter, but it is unknown what he used, whether it be a match or a lighter. There was also reportedly a tornado nearby, but it is unknown if the tornado hit him because there seems to be no damage to his shelter when he was found. From the story Brian told his rescuer, he ran into a bear, a moose, a porcupine, a skunk, and many swarms of mosquitoes. He also said that he made multiple versions of his own bow and arrow, and he also made a spear to catch fish and hunt for an animal he called a fool bird. Besides the animals he caught and ate, he also ate some raspberries, a berry called choke cherries, and some snapping turtle eggs he found inside a lake. That is all the current information we have on the event. Back to you, Ethan.
Thank you, Parker. Talking about people on the scene, we currently have a few images of what Brian's shelter looked like and what his environment was. Those pictures should be showing up on the screen right now. You can see in the pictures Brian's burnt out fire where he used to cook the animals that he hunted. We currently don't have too many photos though because people haven't taken them yet, but we will go on to the news channel for now. Over to you, Ichiro!
For today's weather report, there will be heavy rain in Manhattan and a light shower in Brooklyn. And of course, a wet, cloudy skies unexpected in New York City and up to 60 degrees.
Thank you, Ichiro. That's it for the news report today. Signing off, NBC News.